What's up guys? Welcome to episode 3 of designing and making a flat pack dining chair. If you're new to this series, go check out episode 1 where we cover the concept design. So we've made a lot of progress on the joint system and how the chair actually comes together. We were originally working with snaps and buttons to kind of click on the seat and the backrest, but now we're looking at using the materiality of Hoek and what we're known for, which is the flexible plastic. And we've come up with some really cool joint systems that we're prototyping this week, so let's dive in. And in the last video, our idea was basically to use some sort of like button system and perhaps some keyhole hardware to enable us to like either slide on and snap this backrest in place. And we had the same thought for the seat. So the idea is still like easy assembly, no tools, but we were kind of looking at some hardware. Again, the seat would slide on with some sort of keyhole, and then you would snap the front in, or vice versa. So you would have those two pieces kind of locked on like that. We experimented with that for a while. I'm still not opposed to that idea, but we couldn't really find the right hardware where we were getting strong enough connections or like more industrial sized buttons. And I think these are pretty kind of crude, like keyhole hangers probably for painting. So we weren't getting like the tolerances and the connections that we wanted. So rather than focusing on store-bought hardware to assemble this, we went back to kind of what makes Hoek special, and that's using the material properties to join things together and the flexibility of our recycled plastics. We looked at the design of the undershelf for our desk, where we have a system where the H.D.P.E clips around the undershelf. What if we could do that with the backrest? So this system right here is utilizing the flexibility of the plastic, and then we have notches cut out of the backrest right here. That slots in and then just clicks into place like that. And then that got us thinking about, okay, well, we can't use hardware for the bottom seat either. So we looked at utilizing obviously our patented joint system that we use in the legs, and putting that on the chair at the front. Now that would require the underside of the seat having some sleeves and then having some teeth at the back here. So, personally I thought this looked pretty cool, but it's maybe a little cumbersome for this kind of chair design. What if we can take this system and translate it down to the seat? So we almost have the 4 teeth grabbing it, and we don't have the leg joints at the front. This is the first mock-up that we made to try I guess you would call it like a clip system for the backrest and for the seat. And we were able to get that working, but obviously we weren't too keen on the aesthetics. You kind of had these big claws coming out the front of the seat that didn't look that nice. So we have this guy right here now, which utilizes the curved or bent plywood seat. And then we've just started to finesse these geometries and details a little more. This system actually works now, so you can pop it out and you have the seat like that, and then you can imagine just clicking that in. I think we're really onto something here. We have a very unique system that's very unique to us. It looks cool, it's simple to use. I think what we like about this is by having the teeth visible, it acts as a visual reference point for the person to know where to put the seat on, because we have these little cutouts, so obviously the seat will nest over those, as opposed to like a hidden detail under here. You'd have to probably look under the chair to assemble it, so this makes assembly easier. And also these act as little buttons for removal then, so you just push your thumb on it, press it out, and then you'll be able to pull the seat out like that. Then if we now have what I think is quite a user-friendly system, a very unique design, and it's really just a matter of finessing these geometries and making sure it functions well and aesthetically looks pretty cool. Very early on in the chair design, we wanted somewhere to be able to hang a handbag or a backpack or something. So we had this slot in the middle of the backrest that with a slot here that would allow you to throw a strap in there and it's not going to fall out. Also doubled as a handle. But it maybe looked a little bit forced. And when we shifted over to this clip system, we needed to bring the frame down a little bit to allow this piece to flex and the backrest to click in. So naturally this became a void instead of continuing all the way up because that wouldn't allow it to flex back. And then what we had here is like it was going straight back, and then I thought, well, why don't we just chamfer this down a little bit, and this acts as a slot to hang your handbag, or you can even hang your coat or some clothing over that. So it's a nice little detail that kind of emerged through the investigation of this plastic material. All right, so the next steps now are we have the system concept working and we're getting somewhere with the design. So now it's really a matter of honing these tolerances in, making sure everything's nice and smooth, clicking in and out, and I hope by next week to have a very aesthetically good looking prototype and one that like functions really well. So we're getting pretty close now, even though it may not look like it. Thank you for watching this week's episode, guys. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. We also have a lot of cool things going on with Hoek, which is the furniture brand. You can head over to that channel. We've loads of big things in the works, so head over and check that out. I'm also working on a bunch of other projects, a multi-use bent laminated piece that we're prototyping here in the shop. Very excited with that. We're doing desk organizers and a whole host of other things, so definitely be sure to check out both channels, and I will see you next week.